Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 37 of Europa Universalis for As the Ottomans. We are still in this massive war that France started just to take Provence. Austria have been pieced out. We only managed to get one province out of it though, considering we had like pretty much all of Austria sieged, but it just does prove that Austria is not indestructible. I want to keep losing the piety at this point. We don't really need the combat strength, although obviously there is still a big Papal State army down here. 74% war score. Given the fact that we also have the 75% war score, they've got low enthusiasm. And Scotland are down here unsieging stuff. Wow, Scotland, that's impressive. So we'll be able to start making some money again soon. We're getting the call for peace, which sucks, but the AI is terrible for piecing out. Of course, you do lose trust if you piece out manually. So we are going to wait until we've got as much stuff sieged as possible. You can move down to there. Our coalition against us is getting smaller. That's going to be very, very useful, because we're about to go ahead and start attacking some other people. I think the war's just ended, actually. Papal State will cede Provence and Avignon to France. The Papal State will give Draguignan to Savoy. Papal State will cede Mantua to Venice. Papal State will release Lucia as a sovereign state. Annul treaties with Austria. Did we get any money out of that? 121. Yeah, it's not too bad. Get some prestige. That's all fine. France owes us a butt ton of favours. Let's go ahead and get all of our troops home. They'll have to use the boats. Let's go ahead and get, not the transports, but the lights and the random one galley. And you are going to go back to protecting trade. Now, which province gives us which one gives us the most? Probably the Venice trade node at the moment still. So you can go work the Venice trade node. You'll go and repair up. We're not at war anymore. It's call for peace will go away. Still some potential rebellions we might get. Let's go and start moving some armies around so we're not all sort of like bunched up in one corner of the nation. Like to make sure that we've got a few units spread about. So how much money are we making? 137 ducats a month, and that's a full army maintenance. So that is quite considerable. Mind you, spoils of war did help with that, so that when it ticks on to the next month, that'll drop down. Yeah, 12.98. I was going to say that cannot be correct. So that's fine. So what we want to go and do now is declare war on Fezzan. So I've got a couple of armies. I'm going to bring you down here, actually. It's probably more than enough. I've got a couple of armies down here that are sort of just waiting around in case these rebellions fire, because we do have a few rebellions that are about to pop. But we're trying to lose piety now. That will give us more taxation money. The coalition against us, does it still exist? And if it does, who is in it? Hejaz are the only people still in the coalition. Hejaz being these guys down here. Do we still have a truce against them? We do not. But as they are the only people in the coalition, we could come down here and smack their face in. Do we have a CB against them? We do. None of our allies would come in. They would also bring in Adal and Yemen, but I don't really care about that. Would decrease our piety as well doing this attack. But I'm not too fussed about that. I'd just like this rebellion to fire first. They don't have an awful lot left. I mean, we could probably easily claim all of this, and we do want Medina. We definitely want to grab that. So I'm tempted to say, let's not bother with... let's go ahead and turn on this fort. And let's turn on the Baghdad fort, and let's turn on the Aleppo fort as well. Let's not bother taking Fezzan just yet. And let's go and try and completely take out Hejaz first if we can. They don't have many troops. I'm just concerned about the rebellion firing. I mean, there's no rest in Tabuk with you standing there. There's a little bit of unrest there. You've got a tiny bit of unrest. I mean, that'll probably go away if we buy down war exhaustion, to be honest. Let's just reduce the war exhaustion down. We can convert a province to Sunni. So let's go and start working on that. So we're still doing some coring. So did that actually help with the unrest? 0 unrest there, 0 unrest there. There's a tiny, tiny amount in Mecca. If we move you there, it might not even pop at all, because we can always just move this stack into the mountains. So Fazan's actually going to be our next target. We'll completely take... sorry, not Fazan, Hejaz. We'll completely take out Hejaz. Ambitions of the Valid Sultan. As many of the sultans before William Luke I had a very close bond with his mother, as it pleased God, the Valid Sultan is a powerful ally, friend and confidant for our Padishah, to reflect that she has been granted a most generous allowance. Money that, apart from being used for her personal needs, she has been putting to use for the betterment of the state. Our mother is not content with this, however, and has asked for an even more generous arrangement that would allow for her to fund ambitious building projects in Constantinople. So we could gain 50 admin power by telling her to sod off, or we could get reduced construction costs for reduced tax modifier and more prestige. I think we'll just take the admin power at this point. We are working on an admin idea group, and tech is expensive. So there's going to be no unrest there. There's going to be no unrest here now. And yes, I'm aware we're taking attrition. How much attrition are we taking? Truce with Mamluks has ended. So how much attrition are we taking here? Only a little bit. If we go ahead and just split off like 2 units and move you out of there, then we won't be taking any attrition at all. So, good. That'll work. I see this is Iraq now. Is this all Iraq? Is Iraq just a 1-province minor? We do have a claim on that as well. Is that really all you have? You've got no allies or anything. We should just go and give you a kicking, really. Gain 5 prestige. Or get a new consort. We'll just get the new consort. Let's just move you out of here, because I'm interested to see if that still has 0... We've still got some exiled armies, apparently. You're still there, are you? You're supposed to be using the boats to get across. So if you wouldn't mind doing that. Let's go back down here. Where were we? So, once you get out of Tabuk, there's still no unrest there. Fantastic. So you're going to go over here, and you'll just... We'll take Iraq fairly quickly. So that won't be a problem. So this rebellion is going to go away. And we should be... we'll definitely end up with the whole of the Middle East before this is over. Conversion successful. Fantastic. But yeah, we'll definitely want to grab Fazan. I'll give them these 2 provinces as well, so then we can feed them the rest of the Mamluks and Ethiopia and stuff like that. So that's kind of the plan for this. You're next to Iraq. So as you're next to Iraq, let us go and declare war. They've got no allies. We've got a CB. So, confirm the declaration. We'll just march in there and take that real quick. They shouldn't be able to get out of there. It's going to be a really short war. Not quite enough for a stack wipe, but yeah, it actually was a stack wipe, so that won't take very long. Do you have any siege ability? You do not, so let's just detach a siege and move you out of there to save on some attrition. So these guys can just stay here until the rebellion is completely down to 0. In fact, I think it already is. We'll finish this war first, and then we'll move down and we'll deal with Hejaz. And then after Hejaz, it'll probably be on to Fazan. After Fazan, it'll probably be on to the Mamluks. After the Mamluks, Ethiopia. And we'll start working our way down Africa. We will want to start to eat our way up into the Balkans as well. Lose a stability for 10 prestige or lose 300 ducats. I've got plenty of money and I'd rather not lose a stability. So let's go ahead and do that. So the Croatian separatists might still pop. Where are you likely to pop, though? I always click on the wrong thing. Croatian separatists. It should tell me here. Slavonia and Dalmatia. That's probably just because we are converting there. But if we go and move you into Slavonia... And we've got the supply weight, so that's fine. And then if we take the transports, you can move into Adern. And one thing we did forget to do was mothball the heavies. That'll save us a bit of money. What are we like in terms of our force limit? We're below our force limit. We're quite below our naval force limit. Let's go and take our trade fleet. And I'm just going to make that up to... Oh, we can't build galleys directly to it. I'd like to get some galleys in that fleet, though. So I think I might just come over to Constantinople. In fact, let's just do it this way. We'll go ahead. We'll say we want to build some galleys. We want 4. So we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it that way. We can pick up our idea group. Let's go ahead and do that now, then. Get that sorted out. Apparently, we've got a... No, it's disappeared. It was just taking its time. Free advisor slot. It is our military guy. National manpower modifier would actually be really useful because we'd regain our manpower more quickly. We're actually losing money now, though, which is not good. But we are at war. What we could do, though, right now, is we could reduce our army maintenance. Because that will be absolutely fine. We don't run a royal marry Persia. Slovenia has now been cored. So the Croatian separatists should go away. But yeah, we are still making money. It does cost us a lot to have our army maintenance up full, but bear in mind we're having to reinforce quite heavily, even though we've got no manpower. We were 25,000 men in the whole. We're now only 9,000. We're gaining 900 each month. So in 10 months, we'll start gaining manpower. And we can start to build up our armies a little bit more. You see there's a few more little wasteland provinces that are impassable mountains. I'm always surprised they were never in there because they existed in Crusader Kings 2. In Crusader Kings 2, there's plenty of... They're almost represented like rivers, but with a... sort of a thick border and a cross sort of hatched line, which basically represents borders that you cannot cross because they are mountain passes. So it looks like this that rebellion has completely gone away now. So if we move you out of Mecca, will you actually have any unrest there at all? I mean, the war exhaustion going down should get rid of that anyway. So that will be fine. So let's go ahead and group you up. Okay, can't group you up because the game's auto-saving and doing a million things as well. So, word has reached us that the beloved and most favoured of sons Bobby Fender is plotting against his father and aims to overthrow the state. Our trusted and closest consort implores us to cut off this cancer from our body and have Bobby Fender murdered. So we can kill off Bobby, or we can summon Bobby Fender to defend himself, or we will not listen. Yeah, we'll just get a new consort. We've won the siege. We've got a new consort. Oh no, so Bobby was plotting against us. So, okay, right. First things first. Let's go ahead and end this. Right. First things first, second things second. Army maintenance up full. We're about to deal with a rebellion. This has been done. We're at 100% war score. So let's go in overhit. Can we not deal with that while we've got this thing going on? Can we not? Yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and full annexation. Take all of your money, which is nothing. Okay, that's that done. Right. So we now have 11 pretender rebels in Sugla and Saruhan. Now there's Saruhan and there's Sugla. That's actually quite convenient. So let's split you in half and move half of you. No, where's that? The most are going to be in Sugla. So the one with the leader can go there. The one without the leader can go over there. We'll wait until you're at full maintenance. They're only pretender rebels. We should be able to deal with him. You guys need to get back together. We've got a province to call. So let's go ahead and work on that. We can pick up a technology. It's military tech. We're ahead of time, but it does give us infantry fire and better forts. So let's go ahead and take it. Let's go ahead and let that fire. So we get ourselves a new heir. Let's just pause things up a moment. Our heir is now an architectural visionary. Cheaper construction costs. So we need a new name. So Bobby Fender. It's now Kenneth Owls, I believe, on the list, I think. So let's put you in there. Okay, on we go. Let's unpause. We should win both of these battles. That same event again. We'll take the admin power every time. Now, if you defeat that one army, you have done. Let's just move you over there to help out with that battle. We've won both of them. Now, they are going to sort of run off. So, we'll go and put you back together. And we'll go and try and just defeat both of these armies. It should be relatively easy to deal with now. So, there's one lot down. Another great advisor has died. Will we get there before you win the siege? Yes, we will. Piece of cake and we'll go back over there. So who was our advisor that died? It was our admin guy. Yearly inflation reduction is worth having. Again, rank 3 guys means we lose money. But that is fine. Yeah, game's definitely running slower. Maybe it's because I sort of forced it to load an incompatible save. I don't know. We're actually losing a lot of money. I think I need to get rid of the rank 3 guys and go for level 2s. But I don't have any level 2s that I can go for. What about you? Let's just go. We're ahead in military tech. Let's just get the level 1 guy. And yearly prestige would be nice, but can't change that for a while. That should be fine. You guys get grouped together. Let's move down here then, as we're already at full maintenance, and we'll start the war on Hejaz. So you are still in the... You do have a couple of allies. You are still in the coalition against us, but you're the only person in the coalition. At least I think you are. Yeah, you're the only person in the coalition. So let's go ahead and declare a war on you. Your allies will come in, but we don't really care. We want to take Medina. We'll take as much as we can, but Medina is our #1 priority here. You're just going to try and march straight out, and I don't really blame you. So it shouldn't take much to carpet siege. So who exactly is in this war? So it is you, and Adal is all the way down there, and I can't even remember where Yemen is. They're like miles away somewhere. Can't even... Oh, there's Yemen, a little... Yemen's a 1 province minor. We can take Yemen out anyway. Yeah, so we'll take Yemen. Yemen's 1 province. I don't know where you went with your guy, but that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and unpause then. This shouldn't be a problem at all. Let's go and... Oh, you do have an 8 stack there. Let's go and dive on that 8 stack. Oh man, this autosave drives me insane sometimes. So you can come into here and we'll start splitting you up and sieging out these provinces. A carpet siege should be really, really quick in this war. So let's detach a siege and move you over here. We've already got claims on Fezzan. So we don't have to worry too much about... Yeah, you're going to detach a siege. It's going so slow. Yeah, we don't have to worry about Fezzan, really. Because we've already got claims over there. You can come back down here. You can detach a siege and move down to there. It's all going really good. You don't even have enough men to siege there anymore. So you're going to go ahead and move back. Is that their capital? That's their capital, I think. Gain piety or lose piety. We'll lose the piety. This isn't really a war that we need to be bothered about. We've gained this province. You guys can come over and take Medina. Medina is the war goal after all. You get over there and take Jeddah. Jeddah's the capital. So yeah, you guys move over there. In fact, don't just stay there a moment. No, yeah, you guys can move over there. That's where I want you to go. You move into there. So we'll take that. We'll get the ticking war score. We've got to work on their capital. Let's go and wipe out Yemen as well. Because we don't care about having war score against people who are... Sorry, we don't care about having aggressive expansion against people who aren't going to exist anymore. So you can all group together. You need to move into there. So they'll be easy enough to deal with. I can't remember which stacks these belong to. Right, you're a full stack, so you just move into our own territory. And you guys actually still have enough to siege there, unbelievably. But we'll get. You're taking attrition, so do you have any siege value? You have 4 siege. Wow, that siege should go pretty quickly. We can invest in Diplotech. We're not ahead of time. Let's go ahead and do it then. Try and sort of stay ahead of the curve a little bit. And we should be able to take Yemen pretty quickly. Unfortunately, we can't core it straight away, though. But I am going to end the video there. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.